Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Roundup Jamaica, or evening edition. And it is the 10th
10th
of
of
March
March.
2020. It's a beautiful Tuesday in central Jamaica. All right, so lots of things happened this morning across Jamaica. Colleen, I see you had a rough day, man. Your hair all shagged out. What's happening with your hair colors?
Well, uh,
So that-
day end, so guess that's it.
All right. So, what happened? What happened today?
Well, Jamaica has its first confirmed but
Are you hearing
coronavirus.
her, guys? Are you hearing her? She's a little bit low.
Well, it's confirmed that Jamaica had its first confirmed coronavirus case.
All right. So, in case you're not hearing her, guys, she is saying, I think you should be hearing her. It's quite in the studio. It's quite in the studio this evening. Jamaica has confirmed its first case of coronavirus, and we brought that story earlier today on YouTube. We were the first person to have put that out. But what has been happening since, Colleen? What is being said? Project
Well,
Progress.
based on what the Minister Tufton said, is that we're to try to avoid public gathering, and also the pen relays, the students that would have been involved in the pen relays, they are not, the government is not, Jamaica is not going to be involved in the pen relays this year. They're,
Well, first of all, let's not move so fast, Colleen. So, for persons who have missed it, because I know a lot of persons may have been at work and that sort of stuff. How's the lighting though? It seems a little bit dark on my side. Well, you look bright over there, Colleen. I don't know because you're a white lady,
I'm not
but
white.
and I look, you're white. You look white.
White.
And my side look dark. I don't know what the viewers and subscribers are saying or what they're seeing, but it feels dark to me. All right, we're gonna have to sort out the lighting in the studio. Well, probably it's not really dark. All right, so what we found interesting was that what they made. Well, first of all, as I said earlier, the patient is a female.
Yes.
Um,
It's a travel related case.
okay, because as we understand it, she has dual citizenship with the UK and also Jamaica. So she was traveling. She visited the United Kingdom and she came back here the 4th of March, right? But one of the things that I spoke about earlier today was the fact that she was only quarantined by the government yesterday, which was the 9th.
Yeah, so that's
I'm talking about 5 days,
yes.
5 days of being out there in the society. We don't know who she interacted with, but we heard.
But I'm hearing some mixed. I'm not quite sure because first, you're hearing that you cannot contract it unless you are showing signs and symptoms. But then I'm also hearing that you can contract it whether or not there are signs. So can someone clarify that?
She was showing signs, respiratory symptoms, and when she got checked out, that is what her family,
Families.
and they have been quarantined. They have been shut off, and it seems as if it's not being said publicly, but it seems as if some security operation has been put in. So just in case nobody decides to run to the shop to go buy a bowl of cake or buy a bread, or buy. I'm also hearing said that she also visited it's either a wedding or a funeral.
No, the minister said it was a funeral.
She visited a funeral.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it's not only interaction with family members, but she would have interacted with that large gathering.
So it's really important for us to know if you can contract it without um, having any signs, or if you can contract it from somebody without showing any signs, or the person would have to be showing signs in order to contract it, because that would be very important.
Yeah, we should try to get Minister Tufton online tomorrow to find out, or at least the Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health. For those of you who are just joining us, guys, we're talking about Jamaica reporting today its first case of coronavirus. And of course, it's coronavirus mania in Jamaica. Everybody is talking about it. And one of the things, it's right about the time for the popular girls and boys champs, as they call it here in Jamaica. And we hear that a decision will be taken within 24 hours for to find out if boys and girls champs will be held this
But
year.
I think the minister was also saying it's not because it's just a like a for the locals, but it attracts a lot of
Foreigners,
persons
yeah.
overseas. So you're talking about because it's growing because every day you're hearing that there's more and more cases of this popping up all over the
But I
place.
gather New York,
Is on the
you were telling me some stuff today about some persons.
yeah, because
Talk to me about that.
I think there is. I'm not sure if there's a decision, but one of the concerns is that they want to close down some of these schools, and they're
You mean
saying
in Jamaica?
no
or-
in New York.
Okay.
But what they're saying, a lot of these children, their main source of food is at school. So if they close down these schools, they would not be getting.
Calls are coming in. Sorry about the interruption, but the calls are coming in fast and furious. All right, here in the newsroom. All right, so New York is having a problem. I heard that Italy.
Yeah, Italy is also on a lockdown, and I think this is just what I'm hearing. It's not concrete. They're saying that persons can't leave out of their, can't leave.
The feed keeps breaking because calls keep coming in. Guys, will please do not call right now. We're actually live on the WhatsApp line. So please allow us to finish this broadcast before you call. We take the calls after. So if you could make that, there it goes again. The line is just going to go off. So make the point quickly, please.
No, they're saying that Italy is on total lockdown. You can't leave your house. And if you're trying to come out, you have to show ID and give reason as to why you're coming out.
All right. So quickly, other things that happened across Jamaica today, before the phone lines start blowing up, is we had an explosion in New Kingston, a Chinese restaurant on Nutsred Boulevard. Apparently, there was a gas leak, and one of the workers lit a match or whatever they used to light the stove, and that does cause an explosion in New Kingston, and that kept firefighters very busy this morning. Luckily, no deaths are being reported, but we're hearing about probably about 5 or 6
persons
injured so far. So that happened in Kingston, Jamaica, in New Kingston area. All right. Also, the Prime Minister also went live in terms of talking to persons, reassuring citizens that the government has everything in control in terms of ensuring that all the requisite plans are in place to contain the coronavirus, and ask that persons do not go in. Right, so that was a bit reassuring from the Prime Minister. But of course, the news reporters, they would not allow him to go before they asked him about how will this affect the timing of the general elections, and he indicated that at this time the interest of the nation comes first, and reminded persons that the election, guys, we just got to deal with that. So right, so he reminded the country that the general elections are not constitutionally due until next year, about a year time, February 2021, right? And even so, there are also clauses in law that can facilitate emergency
like this.
Yeah, the calls keep coming in, guys. We're gonna have to, and when we come off this feed, to tell persons that we're live, because we're actually doing this from the WhatsApp network. Shouldn't have done that. Sorry about that. All right, so those persons who are calling, we'll take your calls after. All right. So those persons who were in election mode, You can calm down a little bit. The Prime Minister says there. Anything else worth mentioning at this
Oh,
point?
the schools will remain open and they
All schools remain open. Say that with loose gusto. I
and
know a little
the
one who
government
wants
is
not to be at school. Yeah.
and they're encouraging parents to give them hand sanitizers and all of that, just and ensure that they practice um, good hygiene, washing
hygiene.
hands properly, coughing tissue and discard the tissue, um, and try not to cough in anybody's face.
Yeah. All right. And finally, the budget debate started in Parliament today. Finance Minister, Minister of Finance and Planning, Dr. Nigel Clark, he opened the debate today in Parliament, and we will have some update on that for you.
Oh, he was saying that he's extending the student loan.
Oh yes, yes. Good news for students. He will be extending the period, the repayment period
Yeah.
for persons taking the student loan. So that is one of the highlight coming out of the opening of the budget debate, and we're going to track that for you. On the entertainment side of things, you can go check out the Maka Diamond video. We posted it already. She has some advice. She's saying, Colleen, that everybody's talking about wiping hands and keeping hands clean, but she's talking a person should build up their immune system.
Yeah, because you need to take up your vitamins and your eat properly, your fruits, your vegetables.
Yeah. So guys, go check that out. Go check that Maka Diamond video out. And we're
use your bush because they look a bush there because something can thing. So.
all right. So we want to know even this weekend on the entertainment side still there are some big events this weekend. There is BRT weekend down in Ocho Rios. There's Brick Jam in Montego Bay. A lot of events are keeping. So as Colleen is saying there, we are wondering if this will affect what is happening. And we still don't know what's happening with Carnival. We are right in the Carnival season. The first case is coming out, coronavirus coming out of Kingston. So we await, I gather the minister will be having a meeting with the stakeholders to find out what will happen. We heard talks about champs, boys and girl champs, probably being televised only, and it wouldn't have spectators. So that's one thing. All right, so that's what we have for you right here, guys, on BOJTV Live as it relates to our evening roundup. It is Tuesday, the 10th of March, 2020. That's all we have for you. But do enjoy the entertainment videos and other posts that are here, right here on YouTube. But do remember that when you go to our Instagram page at BOJTV Live or Best of Jamaica Television on Facebook, it's a whole different ball game. A whole lot of excitement there. So do feel free to also visit our website at BOJTV.com. We are the Jamaican network. Jamaican. Talk again soon, guys.
Bye.